The 1 to 4 family contract, paragraph 9, closing. We'll look at paragraph 9A. This is the date of closing. The closing of the sale will be on or before negotiated date. So that means if we put the 10th on there, we can close earlier than that so long as both parties agree. Now, a couple of things about the closing date. I personally do not like to close on a Friday, right? Or even a day before the holiday sometimes. So you have to be cognizant. Look at the calendar. Make sure you have enough time to close while you're doing your inspections and getting appraisals and surveys and all that. Make sure there's enough time. Ask the lender, when can we close? Right? Is it a 30-day closing? Does a lender need a 45-day closing? Because on certain programs, it might be a down payment assistance program, it might take 45 days to close. So make sure you talk to the lender and ask how long they need to close. Now, I will all set my closing dates Monday through Thursday, never on a Friday. And the reason we don't do it on a Friday is if it doesn't fund that Friday, maybe some stuff happens and it gets pushed until late in the afternoon, it might not fund. So everybody might sign, but if the seller doesn't have their money, if the title company doesn't fund it, then the buyer can't move in. You cannot give the buyers the keys. So if we do it on Thursday, if there's a delay, then we typically can fund by Friday, and most buyers are going to move that weekend. So just make sure you understand that. Try not to put it on a Friday. If holidays are involved, keep that in mind. During the months of November and December, even though we can do a 30-day closing, I typically do at least a 37-day closing, if not a 40 or 42-day closing, because people are on vacation, people are off for Christmas at the title companies and at the mortgage companies, and people are on vacation. They're doing all kinds of stuff. So we'll add a few days during the end of November and December. Okay. So keep that in mind. Also, could happen during July 4th. So if there's a holiday in there, just pay attention to that. Now, here's the next thing. If either party fails to close by the closing date, the non-defaulting party may exercise the remedies contained in paragraph 615. So if one party is not there to close, the other party could sue them or demand money from them under paragraph 15. We'll go through that later. But here's the deal. If there's any type of miscommunication, if things aren't happening, if the other party is not being communicated, make sure your client shows up at the title company ready to close so that the other party can't say they weren't ready to close. Show up there ready to close. I know it would be an inconvenience. Rarely does that happen, but you never want your party to be the blame for not closing. All right. So again, make sure you know the closing date, check the calendar, and do the appropriate date.